After years of control, censorship, political pressure and duress, local journalists will finally be allowed to shine. That's because the nightmare lasting 61 years has finally ended. Now, in its place, we've got a brand spanking new government that is more keen on reform and development than lining their pockets. But it's only been 4 months, so it's early days yet. But how about some speculation, which is the lifeblood of markets everywhere? Speculation like what the media landscape might look like in 2023 when the Pakatan Harapan government's 5-year term ends. Here are 6 things that might transpire by then. 1. It might be illegal for political parties to own media entities. Look no further than Star Media Group and Utusan for evidence that being controlled by MCA and UMNO has crushed the principles, values and respect that these once honourable names used to enjoy. As the Communications and Multimedia Minister YB Gobind Singh said to me on air recently, the new government is reluctant to allow political ownership of media entities and is moving to outlaw it.
At the end of the day, what you need to do is you need to understand that if you want to solve that problem, then there must be a policy decision made where we don't allow political dominance of any media agency. And I think for us to actually achieve that, then you need to legislate so that you can actually remove that kind of an influence.
2. RTM and Bernama might be one entity. Now, RTM's got 36 radio stations, 3 TV stations, and 324 million ringgit in an annual allocation, which has been described as a sleeping giant. Now, they could be potentially invigorated by merging with another government-owned media entity, Bernama, and they could challenge together the likes of Channel News Asia and NHK of Japan in covering ASEAN. 3. Laws that shackle the media, like the Sedition Act, the Fake News Act, the Communications and Multimedia Act, and the Printing Presses and Publications Act, could either be gone or at the very least look very different to what we know them today. Now, those laws were implemented to instill fear into the media and to keep political opponents quiet, but by 2023, they could have disappeared. 4. Maxis and Astro could be one company. As Credit Suisse analyst Danny Chan speculated in July, Astro and the sister company Maxis could well be one unit in the near future. As CSFB points out, such a merger not only makes financial sense in earnings terms for both of them, it also follows US examples where cable companies are merging with telcos and internet service providers. 5. Local filmmakers might finally have a guardian angel in the unlikely shape of a FINAS. FINAS, the National Film Development Corporation Malaysia, is under investigation for widespread corruption and graft. They've been accused of pocketing funds, otherwise earmarked for promoting local film talent. But things are changing there too. And the rot is expected to stop and more capital should end up in the hands of local filmmakers to put Malaysia on the map. The thinking is that if Bollywood can put India on the map through state protection, then why not Malaysia? Finally, number 6, and perhaps most importantly, YB Yobi Yin and YB Gobind Singh, the 2 ministers most in charge of the digital economy and the internet, say the new government should play much smaller roles in business and the digital ecosystem. And a big part of this entails much faster internet speeds at far lower prices. These are things which the World Bank has said has impeded internet penetration among Malaysian businesses, and if Malaysia can get this right, then maybe, just maybe, growth in our country might explode. So quite a lot of measures then, and all quite radical in terms of moving the needle. Is it just wishful thinking, or are they real achievable outcomes? Only time will tell. But you can be sure that us journalists in Malaysia Baru will monitor developments with eagle eyes to ensure that most, if not all, of these outcomes will happen. Just saying.